Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 10 of Let's Play Super Mario 64. Today we will be exploring, we'll have a Bowser battle, and we'll also be exploring all of the stars inside of Dire Docks. I believe all of them with the exception of the 100 star coin. I think we're able to get all of them here. So just as a fact for everybody, there is this first one, which is Bowser's sub. You actually have to get this one before you can fight Bowser, and then in order to get a lot of the other additional coins, you have to fight Bowser in between this first star and beating Bowser in order to get the additional star coins here. So that's why there's like a 2-for-1. I normally like to do the Bowser episodes on their own thing, but I also wanted to expand this episode to be a little bit longer than our other episodes in the series, solely because the Mario movie came out last week. I did, in fact, have the opportunity to go out and watch that. And yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit briefly here while we get some of these easy star coins. My thoughts on the Mario movie. It was okay. I thought it was okay. It really didn't have like a ton of plot. That was my big thing. Like it wasn't what I was expecting to see out of a Mario movie. But at the same point in time, like I wasn't really disappointed with the outcome either. I didn't like leave the movie and be like, oh man, that stunk. You know, it just, I was expecting a little bit more. Some things didn't align that I really wanted to align. But, yeah, it's a Mario movie. I get it, you know. I'm not the target demographic, you know. In my late 20s here, I'm definitely not who they pitched the movie for. So I understand why, you know, someone such as myself would look at that video and say, like, oh, that was just okay. Like, I understand why others would look at that movie and say, that was a great movie, whereas I look at it and I'm like, yeah, it was okay. So, that's my thoughts on it. Like I said, I wasn't disappointed, but it also didn't blow my socks off, and there was a cut there. There are going to be a couple cuts in this video, some solely to save time, some because I died and I wanted to cut a little bit of that out. So, just as a heads up, you know me, I always like to be transparent with a lot of this stuff, and yeah. I just want to be fully transparent on that. Oh, Mario, don't take too much damage. Don't take too much damage, my friend. Okay, as long as we don't take damage here. Oh, we could. Oh, okay. I'm going to take it slow now, because a lot could go wrong here. There's some bullies. There's some lava traps being set for us, and I just want to get over here in one piece. I just want to get through this level in one piece, I guess is what I should say. I don't really... You know me, I'm not looking for the extra red coins or anything like that, even though we probably should look for the extra red coins. For me, beating Bowser is just enough. It takes enough out of my day to beat Bowser, so. You know, could we get red coins? Sure. Could we maybe get 100 coins? Maybe. Do I see that as worth it for this Let's Play? Not really. I never strive to 100% anything. When we do Nuzlockes, that's like the closest I'll get to 100%ing anything, but I think for the most part, we just look to beat the game, right? Like that's all we're really going for. Let's jump up here. Let's get on the pole. Oh man. Okay, yep. Let's go up here. Come on, Mario. And I think I need to go that way. I definitely need to be on top. I won't have enough momentum to go the other way. There we go. Let's get this red coin just for fun, maybe. No, it looks like I don't. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. Because like I said, I'm not really looking for red coins. It's not my MO in this Let's Play. I could 100% this game at a later date, but I think that would be like... You know, right now there's just a lot of moving videos on the channel at one time. I think if I was going to get to a state where I was going to 100% games, it would be like just one game at a time. You know, right now we got 2 games moving at a time. I like to do 2 Let's Plays at the same time. So I think if we were going to do that, it would have to be at a time where we're just focused on one game. Otherwise, I think it's probably not going to work out well. We're not going to have enough time to get through it. So that's just my thought. You know, if that's something you guys are really interested in, hey, drop that in the comments down below. It will definitely take a lot out of me. But, I mean, at the end of the day, this content is really for you guys. You know, I'm not making it for myself. The dog enjoys watching it here when I'm out of town and things like that, and she has to stay for an hour or two at the house. You know, I'm sure she likes to hear my voice. But outside of that, yeah, it really provides no benefit for me. And if you haven't tuned into the Pokemon series, I'm not sure if I stated on this one, but the windows are open in my house now, so there is some there will be some additional car noise and things like that. I do my best to try and remove wind noise as much as possible, but I know car noise still comes through pretty thoroughly on these videos, so I apologize for that in advance. It's that time of year. There's not really much I could do about it. I'm sorry. That's really all I could say about it. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, my dog likes it on the cooler side. So I guess I have to like it on the cooler side as well. Because I'm a sucker and treat my dog like she's a little baby. But here we go. Let's move on up the stairs. Making my way uptown. Getting some coins. Dodging a fireball. Just trying to not die. Boodly doo 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 doo. Let's see what's in here. I think it's just, yeah, it's a bunch of coins. It's fine. Yeah, like I said, if we were 100%ing the game and we needed the 100 coins, that would be pretty important, but we're not doing that. Oh, let's land over here. Come on, come on. I just don't want to die. Please don't die. I die a bunch in the Bowser fight. I just don't want to die here. That would not be good for me. So yeah, I do die a bunch in the Bowser fight, and I think I die once in Dire Docks as a whole, but overall, it's not too bad. I definitely found it less challenging than Lethal Lava Land or the Shifting Sand world. I thought those were both really, really challenging levels. I do want to go back and get some stars. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. I think, like, since we have this episode done on Monday, and this is like the core episode, I think maybe on Friday we'll go and get some additional stars, because we don't really have that much of the world left, like, of this game. I don't want to say we're crossing the finish line, because we're really not, but we're also, like, there's not a whole lot left to explore in terms of, like, actual gameplay. Here we go, and you can see, yep, there's another hard cut. That one was almost really deliberate on my end, just so I knew where to cut. But I really struggle with Bowser here, which is worrying me, because it means come end of the game, I'm going to want to have some life stockpiled up when I go up against Bowser. Because I'm not going to be able to do it in 3 or 4 attempts. It's going to take me a whole bunch. I could beat his worlds pretty easy. And he learns to teleport here. Who knew Bowser knew how to teleport? I guess probably only Bowser, because I don't remember it being released anywhere else. But I think we're actually in a really good, yeah, because there's a bomb right there. So this was like the best case scenario of what could have happened, because I really don't even need to get him going much faster than that. Yep, nice and easy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But I think in the future we do need to hit him on 3 bombs, which is going to be a much bigger problem. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but like I said, you know, it's just something to come. There we go. Now we have the key to the upstairs portion of the map. But of course, we don't want to go there just yet, because we have to continue getting the rest of the star coins here in Dire Docks. That is going to be important. And another cut there, I went and I used the restroom and things like that. So here we go. Let's make our way downtown this time. I forget what the objective was here. Oh, it's the chests. Yes, and this is where I lost an additional life on the chests. Because the chests have a caveat. I'll try to explain it when we get there so it makes sense. You see that middle cyclone? That is sucking us in to our death anytime we get close to it. And you may just say, well, Average Joe, just avoid it then. Well, fan, I challenge you to play this game and avoid it peacefully, because it's not easy. It is a headache and a half. And You constantly fight against the current, and there you can see I got hit by a shark. But we need to go over, we need to get this last chest here. Those 3 aren't bad. You can feel a little bit of like it's pulling you in, but it's not terrible. It's this final one, right up here, where it becomes a pain in the neck to get this chest. It honestly, as you can see from my lives, it only took me 2 attempts, but it is still worth mentioning that a death occurred. Because once you get in this current, it's really hard to get out of it. I know right there it didn't look like it, but I promise it's a lot more challenging than it looks. You have to be very, very sensitive with Mario's control here. Open it and then immediately back out of what you're doing. Like, that's the only way. Like, right there, and then get out as soon as you can. Because you can see I'm like inches away from death there. Like, I'm just hoping. And hope prevailed this time around. Would you look at that? That's a rarity. But there we go. We got another star coin. Our second one of this world, I believe. And I actually think we put a pretty good dent in star coin wise. Like, that was our second one. But I think we get almost all of them in this world, like I said, except for the 100 coin. And this one, pole jumping for 8 red coins. This one is going to have a lot of jumpiness to it in the recording. I keep falling in the water when I get these, so I want to show you me getting the first couple, just so I can explain the concept, and then the last 2 and getting the star, and then that'll be it. So there is a little bit of jumpiness there, just as a forewarning. No deaths, but it was mostly just trial and error, like a half hour worth of platforming that just caused a enormous headache. I was gonna say huenormous. That's not a word. Huenormous. If you watch the video this far in, drop huenormous into the comments below. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'll know that you watched the video. And it'll be interesting to see, like, if this video gets more views, in particular with the Mario movie coming out last week. Like, if Mario will be more trendy in, like, the hashtag kind of stuff. Like, that'll just be, like, an interesting little thing to test out for myself. But there's the cut. I finally figure out, instead of going that way, you want to go this way, because you can't really see it from the angle when you press that button. But then what you want to do is slowly make your way up here. And let's make our way up here. And then I'm going to go and get my first couple stars over this way. And then I think I'm going to cut to, like, my last 2 stars. Because there's a ton of them spread out over here. But once you get the path down, you should be good. My thing is I constantly fall in the water. And then I have to go and trigger that thing again. And then sometimes you don't make the jump. And sometimes you do. And it just becomes a huge headache. So I didn't want to leave in like 20 minutes of me falling into water on this Let's Play, because I didn't really think that would be fun to watch. If you think that's fun to watch, let me know. But yeah, I myself did not think it would be a fun thing for you guys to watch. That's at least my hot take on it. I'm not sure when that cut occurs. It's probably the first time I fall into the water here. Maybe even a little bit before that. Who knows how good I was at cutting it out. I guess we'll tell soon enough. We don't want to go over there. There's not really like any obvious red coins. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 we have to get over there. I think there's just exclusively 1, but regardless, let's cut to like the back end of that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I finally make that jump. Get our 7th and 8th red coin here. And the star appears over there. So I'm going to try and make the jump again, but I'm pretty sure I land clean into the water here. And am not even relatively close to making it on this pole. Yep. Not even close. But that's okay. All we have to do is go and trigger that little switch right there once more. Jump up on the blocks and go and claim our star after 1 more pole jump. So, not too bad. You know? Nothing too shaky there. I'm more so impressed, like, this is the first world in a while where we've been able to get all the stars, and with it being like a water heavy world, usually that's not my MO. Usually I stink at stuff like this, but it's nice when you get like a break in the action and are able to actually make something work, you know? Gives you hope that you could do good in the future. But here we go, let's get this final star here. There we go, another star coin. So we're in course 9. Yeah, there's 15 courses in total. So I think we're in good shape to finish this on time as well, which is really nice. I'm not sure if the Bowser courses count as courses either. They might. Okay, through the jet stream. This one's pretty easy. If you've struggled enough like I have in this episode, all of them should be really easy. You should know where the coins are at this point in time. But in this one, there's a big jet stream in the middle, and we just have to swim through the rings that are going to come off of it. And I think in the next one, we're going to have to do something very similar with the Stingray that we saw in that previous little section of this world. Both of them not very challenging. Kind of a nice alternative, I guess is a good word to put. It's kind of a nice difference compared to the last two worlds we were in, where everything was a struggle to get any coins at all. But you can see there's these big rings that are coming out of this jet stream, and all we have to do to get them is to swim directly into the jet stream and get, I think, maybe 5 in a row. And we'll get a count once we get like 2 going here. But the key is just positioning. Once you get yourself in like a good spot. Yeah, you could see that was my 3rd one in a row, but then I lost it. But once you get yourself in a good spot for this, you should be pretty solid. So I'm going to resurface and then just get myself in a good position and then go down and try and go as straight as humanly possible as I can. And I think as long as I can do that, we can get this pretty easily. But like I said, it's just like this top-down view that makes it challenging. Like, you just want to sort of stay straight, but it keeps pushing you. And then to get this one, you can see we can't just swim down into it and get it. I don't think that'll work, because the jet stream's just going to push us away. What we have to do, if you remember in one of our previous worlds, is we have to find a metal cap, which is nicely stored up here. And use the metal cap to jump down. If you hear any, like, ripping kind of noises, I'm sorry, my dog has a huge bone that she's working her way through as I'm doing this. Yeah, you know, part of recording it on a Sunday. Sometimes you get some chaos in the mix. It's okay, we love the dog over here. So her enjoyment outweighs the quality of the video in my idea. In my brain. And guess what? You're going to get to hear a sound right now that you haven't heard in a long time on this episode, or series, or channel. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Soda pop, baby. That's right. Got some soda pop with me. And this one is... Sorry, I got excited for the soda pop, I guess. This one is chasing the Stingray down. So I want to stay behind it, but not too far behind it, because we don't want these to fade like that one just did. But we don't want to be right up against it to the point where it's like hard to follow. So I'm going to try and like cut it off here in a little bit when it's on its way down. Yeah, like here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we were close enough. That's perfect. That was really easy. Now this one is unfortunately at the top of this, so we're gonna have to be very, very careful getting it. But there we go. We got it nice and peacefully. No big problems there. Right now the dog is really causing a ruckus, but luckily the video is shortly coming to a close here, so no big worries. And we're up to 41 star coins. Look at that. That's a lot of star coins compared to what we had going into the episode and what I was expecting to get out of it. So collect the caps. This one is actually, I think we have a failure here, but we don't die from it. So you get to see that. I fight it as much as humanly possible, which I'm sure you'll be able to tell in the video. But when we were over here, if you didn't notice, there was like a cage off to the side from the jet stream. So we're gonna need the invisible cap to get it in order to get through the cage. And I want to test out, do we or do we not need the metal cap? Because I didn't feel anything like I did in the previous room sucking me in one direction. It doesn't feel like we're going to get sucked away. So I think, you know, we likely don't need the metal cap, is my initial thought. We just need the invisible cap, which is up here next to the metal cap. I discovered a lot of this just from playing around when I was trying to get those 8 red coins, which is nice when you fail some exploration stuff like that to run into stuff. But here we go, we get the invisible cap, and then you'll see how this turns out. So I jump right through, and this square section back here is actually gonna pull us into it. So I think we could have avoided it if we just went a little bit further. But yeah, once you go near this square section, you are done. Like, that is like it. Like, it is going to continuously pull you back into it, and there's not really much you can do about it. And once you're here, you're here. Like, I'm fighting, but I cannot get out of this. Like, it's got me. I'm gonna either suffocate or get pulled into here, so I just decided to get pulled into here so we can see what happens. There's Mario swimming like a fish for you. But it doesn't kill us, it actually puts us out in the courtyard. So, like, out in the, where we unleash the gates for Princess Peach's castle. Princess Toadstool. So now we have to go back into the castle and go all the way back down. But I did want to show that in case you came across that in your travels and were wondering what the heck happens if you fall in that big square location. This is what happens. You wind up outside and you have to go back in. And then you have to go this way and down here. And then back down here. Yep, I ran into a wall. Let's go back this way. Now let's just simply go and get both caps and complete it the way it was intended. I'm sure we could cheese it and do it in a non-intended way, but I mean, at this point we have 0 lives left. There's no reason to tempt fate. You know, let's get our 6-star and get out of here. And I don't know if there's a 7-star. I haven't gotten a 7-star in any world, I don't think, so not going for that today. If there is a 7-star, I thought it was the 100-star coin, but I could be mistaken. There could be an additional star here that I'm missing, but still 6 stars, I would say that's good enough for the average Joe channel. That's going above and beyond, in my opinion. We normally don't even get anywhere close to that. With that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, there is 2 minutes left to the video, so I am going to start my outro. If you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, and even consider subscribing. All that good stuff is free for yourself on your end, and is greatly motivational for myself to continue to make videos just like this. I know some of the scheduling chaos and things like that have been kind of shaky on my end lately, but we are working to make it better. And like I said, this is a longer video for the Mario series, so hopefully that goes to show that some steps are being taken to improve some scheduling stuff and things like that. With it being Easter this week, I really wanted to get that on track, and I hope you all had a great Easter as well. Like I said, with that being said, if you like this, hey, there's going to be episodes for Super Mario 64 coming out here on Monday and Friday, and we will have episodes for a Let's Play of Let's Go Pokemon Eevee coming out on Tuesday and Thursday. I think we're about at the same point in that game, you know, a little bit over half, but not really. There's going to be some training this week and maybe even some potential gym badges, so if you like Pokemon stuff, check that out on Tuesday and Thursday. If you just like the Mario stuff, hey, feel free to tune in on Friday for another fantastic episode of this series. Until then, everybody take it easy. I hope you're all having a snazzy week, and I hope to see you back here on Friday. I think right now we're just going to display a little bit of the upstairs of this location and even grab an additional star from a Toad friend. But I'm going to cut out the voice recording here early because I really have to use the restroom. But I'll see you all here on the next one. Hope you all have a snazzy Monday and an even snazzier week. Peace out, guys.